Hello everyone, Roohani Reiki with you again with another healing story. Today I'm going to talk about that story which kind of took me to completely different level of healing, a certain esoteric level which I had no idea that I would be getting into. But before I start the story, let me add this disclaimer that at no point of time I'm saying that Reiki healing is a replacement of the mainstream medical support that a sick person can avail of. Reiki works beautifully as a support at the mental, emotional, and the spiritual levels. So, the story goes back to 2006 when I started my first professional healing, and the case was of multiple sclerosis, and I've already talked about it in a previous video. So this person was getting a hands-on therapy from me, which the Reiki people will know what it means, and it was thrice a week program. Either this person would come to my house or I would go to this person's house, and after a month or so, one day when the healing was going on, and of course a beautiful music was on, and there was a certain quality to the healing that day. I went into a very deep meditative state, and in that state I just saw this beach, and I could see that this person is a small child and is running barefoot on the beach, and there is a lady wearing a white uh, flowing dress, almost you can say like a very, you could make out it was very soft, maybe cotton, and yeah, I would actually almost feel the cloth that that old lady was wearing with white hair, and the lady had a big red dot in the center of the head, like they do in the country which I belong to, India. But I could see that it wasn't India, it was some other country. And this lady was watching the child and saying to the child in a certain language, which I could not understand which language that was, but the lady was telling the child to be careful and not fall down and not get hurt. And another thing which came to me was the smell of jasmine flowers, and I could see that the lady had a big bunch of jasmine flowers in her hair and in her hand, and I could make out that she loves it. And like the feeling came, or the image came, it just came for a few seconds and psh, it just went away. And the smell of the jasmine flowers lingered in the air, and it was very surprising. I was feeling very strange with that experience. Anyways, when the healing got over, and I told this person that, look, this is what I saw. So who is this old lady? And this person was very surprised and said, yes, that was my maternal grandma, and yes, she used to put that red dot in her head, even though she wasn't from India, but she loved to do that. And yes, she would wear these long white flowing dresses, and which would be made of cotton, because this place was a hot place. There was a beach, and yes, this child had had a big accident on the beach, and also that this person's maternal grandma used to love jasmine flowers. So this made me realize that the essence of her grandma came to us during that healing. Um, it may be a projection of what this person held that memory of the grandma, because this person said that was very fond of the grandma. The maternal grandma was no longer alive, but this person kind of dug out the old photographs, and something happened, maybe the revisiting of that trauma or whatever had happened. So that started with my first healing itself, and it continued. So actually the story which I'm going to tell you happened in the year 2009 or 2010. Now this person by profession was a carpenter, and had severe low back pain, and had gone for all kinds of therapies, had gone for physiotherapy, and had taken even steroids for the pain because the pain was intense. The person came every day, and I would do the normal healing, as the Reiki people will know, all the chakras and all the various points, and also aura cleansing. Uh, yes, I would detect these blocks and I would clean them, or rather with Reiki remove them. And we know in Reiki we have invoked healing and willed healing, so I used all the techniques. On the sixth day, the person said that, look, there is a slight improvement, like 10%, 20%, but it still hasn't gone. And after the first 2 days of healing, the pain had actually intensified. The discomfort had really increased. But I did talk about how the initial healing brings out the toxins, and the person might feel more pain. And then I asked this person that, come one more day, the seventh day, let's try one more day, let's see what happens. So on the seventh day, when this person arrived, for some reason I wanted this person to lie, face down. Okay, and I got the intuition that I must do the healing on the back chakras and the points. So I made this person lie, like I said, face down, and I began. So when I started with, let's say, from the top, the crown chakra, and etc., etc., as I came to the hara, the sacral chakra, I had in my hands, and I had an intense feeling of heat in my hand. And what I saw in my head was that I felt that there is something there, something long, dark, which is like pierced in his back. So my eyes were closed, and as I was scanning and moving my hands in the aura, I came to this thing and I kind of held it, and it seemed like one of those spears which were probably used in those olden ages, the war time. So it felt like that, like a spear. I had the intuition to pull it out. So as I pulled it out, this person made a sound. I got a little alarmed. I stopped, opened my eyes, and took a look, but it seemed like this person was sleeping. So I continued. I continued to take it out, and then I went back with my eyes closed, of course, and I was looking, and I again felt that there's something still there. So kept taking it out till the feeling went away. And once the feeling went away, I just went to that point and continued to do Reiki using all the symbols. Carried on with the remaining root chakra and the knees and the ankles and whatever the intuition came, whichever point my intuition guided me, and I kept doing the healing. The person went into deep sleep, was snoring. I left the person and went out in the room. After half an hour, went back. Person was still snoring. I had to wake up the person and say, can you please, it's over, it's done, it's like more than an hour now. The person wakes up and sits and says, oh my God, I'm feeling so strange. I said, what are you feeling? The person said, I'm feeling very different, I'm feeling lighter. And then at that point, the person just kind of put the hand on the back and said, oh, the pain seems to have gone. I was like, are you sure? Why don't you just stand up and check and walk a bit? The person stood up, walked around, and said, actually the pain's gone. So the person was healed, and that's it. So this person got much better and said thank you and left. And next day the person called me and said the pain hasn't come back, because I did say that maybe the pain's gone now, just check it out. If tomorrow the pain's still there, you can come back. So the person called me back saying the pain's gone and I don't really need to come. So what really happened? Obviously this person wasn't walking around with a spear in the back, but was it some past life? So I guess past life therapy happened. This is one of the healing stories. I'll be coming with more such stories from different angles, different experiences. Like I said, I have just shared my experience with you. It is up to you to draw conclusions You can write back to me. You can subscribe to my channel if you like for more such videos. Stay safe wherever you are. Times are tough. Uncertainty is increasing. Stay grounded. Eat well, sleep well, do some exercise, meditate, do Reiki, do transcendental meditation, whatever suits you. Love to all of you. Thank you.